and welcome to Musical Review with me, your host, Sam. Today we'll be going over Mean Girls the Musical. We'll go over the overall show, then talk about the differences from the movie, then the score, and then lastly the cast.
Somebody that I don't know, but you don't trust me like it's petrol, and I'm just like, It's 7 a.m. Say in the street that's a knockout, but you say in a tweet that's a cop out, and I'm just like, hey, are you okay? And I ain't trying to mess with your self-expression, but I've learned a lesson that's stressing, and obsessing about somebody else is no fun. Snakes and stones never break my bones, so you need to calm down. You're being too loud, and I'm just like, oh, you need to just stop. Like, can you just not step on my gown? You need to calm down.
So Mean Girls opened on Broadway April 8th, 2018 in the August Wilson Theater. Today is April 8th, so it's been 2 years since Mean Girls opened, and it's also Wednesday, so the pink shirt. But Mean Girl follows Cady Heron as she goes from Kenya to Chicago and tries to fit in at school, and she soon meets Janice and Damien, who are the most amazing people you'll ever meet. Probably got that quote wrong. Okay, anyway, after that she meets the Plastics, who then welcome her into the group. So Janice comes up with this plan, you can take them out from the inside. So that's exactly what Cady does. But things start to get chaotic, especially after Regina takes back Aaron Samuels, which was her ex, after finding out that Cady had a crush on him. And then Cady got all mad and stuff. So then, first she gave Regina these Caltine bars that made her, gain a lot of weight. And so, since she's wearing track pants on a non-Friday, she got kicked off the table, so she's no longer part of the Plastics. And then Cady became the new leader, and everything got more crazy, because even though Cady took down Regina, she became Regina herself. But in the end, everyone's happy. No one feels left out. At least, none of the main characters feel left out. And everything just ends perfectly. Overall, it's a very great show. And it has some very noticeable differences from the movie. The main difference is that it's set in a whole different generation. So, back when the original came out, there wasn't really, I guess, a bunch of stuff like what we have now. There wasn't Twitter, there was Facebook, but people weren't using that. But in the musical, they use social media more, texting. So those are some of the big differences. And also, some of the scenes, they change scenes up. For the Christmas, I don't want to spoil anything, but they take some iconic scenes and make them even more iconic. And add on to scenes that were briefly short in the original movie. And another thing they did different was the costumes, which is a very noticeable difference, because in the movie, Regina has this certain outfit. She wears this, white shirt with this pink sweater, and then Karen has this pink shirt with this bow. So yeah, they have their iconic pink outfits. And their outfits don't seem to change much throughout the whole movie. But in the musical, there's a big wardrobe. For the Halloween scene, they kept the costumes the same. Except what they did, they just changed it up a little. Especially for Regina's. Because I'm pretty sure in the movie, her costume is white. But in the musical, her costume is red. So I love the score, which was made by Jeff Richmond. And I have the musical numbers right here. And so I'm going to go through and choose some of my favorite songs. First would be Where Do You Belong, because I'm going in order. And then second is the following song, Meet the Plastics. Then the song after that is Apex Predator, which I really love the choreography and the symbolism of the song. Then I really like What's Wrong With Me. It gave Gretchen more depth than she has in the movie, because in the movie she just seems like a gossipy girl who has no feelings whatsoever. But they give her a little more depth in the musical, which I really like. And honestly, it's really hard to choose my favorite songs because they're also great. Because I'm pretty sure I've already said half of the Act 1 songs. But my next favorite song would be Sexy. Because that was the second song I ever heard, but that was the first one I saw the choreography for and stuff. Because on the Mean Girls on Broadway YouTube channel, they had a clip of Kate Rockwell doing the song Sexy with all the choreography and with her and Gretchen. Anyway, my next favorite song, Revenge Party, of course, because Janice has such an iconic voice and has the most iconic songs. Then next for Act 2, of course, Stop, which is the first one. And next, Whose House Is This? That was a very interesting song. So that came more when Katie was becoming Regina, trying to get Aaron because she thought that's what he liked, Regina's. But that song, it's not really a song, it's more of rapping, but it's really good. And then I like World Burn. That's just a very iconic song. And then after that, I'd Rather Be Me. Then Do This Thing is a really good song. I really like that one too. And then lastly, I love the finale song, I See Stars. But if I had to choose my top 3 favorite songs, I would say number 1 would be this is hard. Okay, number 1 would be I'd Rather Be Me. Number 2 would have to be Whose House Is This? And number 3 would have to be Stop. So I'd Rather Be Me, Whose House Is This, and Stop. Because those were really good songs and there's memorable. But now on to the casting for the Broadway and national tour. So for Katie in Broadway, the original was Erica Henningsen, and it's currently Sabrina Carpenter. But for the national tour, it's Danielle Wade who plays Katie. And then for Regina, it was originally Taylor Luderman. Forgive me if I said that wrong. And now it's Renee Rapp. And on the national tour, it was Mariah Rose Faith. And I know for the original Mean Girls, it was Ashley Park as Gretchen. Then I'm pretty sure her name's Christina, but I don't know her last name. But for the national tour, it was Megan Masako Haley. Then for Karen, the original one was Kate Rockwell. Then you had the current one, which is Lorelei Turner. Then you have Jonalyn Saxer for the national tour. Then for Gretchen, not Gretchen, for Janice. The original Janice was Barrett Wilbert Weed, who was also in Heathers as Veronica. But yeah, she plays Janice, and then the new replacement is named Olivia. I don't know her last name though. And then for the national tour, it was Mary Kate Morrissey. I think I said, no, Morrissey. And then for Damien, it was Gray Hansen. Right now, the current one is named Chad. And then for the national tour, Eric Huffman played Damien. And then those are the main ones. So the main characters who basically surround around the show in my head, in my opinion. If you want to look up the rest of the cast, I'll leave the playbill, the official website in the description, so you can check that out. But I'm just saying the main people that I know off the top of my head and from my playbill. But overall, yeah, that's the cast. But the thing about Taylor Luderman, she was there for only 3 months, if I'm correct. And then Renee Rapp took her place. So she didn't stay in the production for long, but she was in the production. Overall, it was a really great musical. You should definitely watch it if you got the chance. But don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and leave a comment down below about any other musicals you'd like me to review. I'm planning to do Be More Chill next, so tune in for that.